In my opinion, this is probably one of the most underrated, underutilized exercises that the majority of fitness goers, athletes, anyone who's interested in bettering their body, you're not doing this exercise enough. And if you are, then kudos to you. But for the majority of us, you're not. And that is the back extension, guys. You need to be working your lower back. Your lower back is so important, and it is often underappreciated until you start getting injuries and things of that nature. So for all my athletes out there, make sure you're working your lower back. Fitness goers as well, anybody, bodybuilders, everyone needs to be working their lower back. You need to be working that posterior chain. You need to be strengthening the hamstrings, the glutes, the lower back, and also the spine, guys. There's little muscles in between each sections of the spine. I'm not going to get too sciencey, that need to be strengthened. So I'm going to take you through an exercise that you need to be doing in order to make sure that your back is strong. It's going to make it look aesthetic. It's going to help you in all your other lifts as well, guys. A strong lower back is as important as having a strong front with all the abs and stuff showing. It's as strong as any other muscle group, but because it's not considered one of the sexy muscles, you don't really see people, talk about how great someone's lower back looks and all this other stuff. However, it is crucial for you to be, strong, and obviously the longevity of you being in your peak fitness condition as well. So let's go through the lower back, or should I say the back extension, and I'll explain more as we go on. So when we think about core strength, or when core strength is mentioned, the first thing everyone is going to kind of visualize is the abdominals, having six-pack abs, obliques, things of that nature. However, the lower back is part of the core, guys. So doing things like back extension, directly targeting the lower back, getting it stronger through large ranges of motion, then you add weight, you add volume, all those sort of things is going to be very, very important to your performance overall. So what I've got set up here, this is my version of a lower back extension. I don't have a Roman chair. If you don't know what a Roman chair is, I'll put it somewhere on the screen so you know what I'm talking about. If you have a Roman chair, then use that. It's obviously an easier setup. The equipment will already be in place for you. Now, if you don't, and you do have a power rack, or your gym has the equipment that I have here, what I've basically done is set up a barbell, weights on either side. Roughly, you want to get as close to your body weight as possible so that it doesn't move or anything of that nature. I've got a bench here and obviously some bricks to make the bench higher because I've got a long torso, so I'm going to need some more ground clearance. You may not need as much. However, you can replace the bricks with plyo boxes or anything of that nature. That's going to help to raise the bench up, guys. And all we're going to do is bring ourselves onto the bench like so. Make sure our ankles, feet, or whatever part it catches is locked in. Grab a weight, and we're just going to come up nice and strong, come back down in a controlled motion, guys. Just like that. And what that is doing is strengthening the entire posterior chain. So basically, the back of the body. So as previously mentioned, the glutes, the hamstrings, and obviously the spine as well, guys. Now, what's the reason, or what is the importance of having a strong spine? Well, if you do stuff like heavy squats, heavy deadlifts, and you start to strengthen those muscles, and those muscles get stronger and stronger, and you disregard the lower back, eventually the lower back's going to say, hey, I can't handle this load. I'm not used to being in this position with this much weight. It's going to go. And then you're going to be on a path of rehab, which you don't want to be on, because you're going to have to rebuild that whole part of your body. Trust me, I'm in the process of doing it, and it's happened to me before in the past. So what I would recommend is that you strengthen your lower back like any other muscle. You make sure you get the reps in, you add it into the program, and you do it consistently so that you can develop. Now, obviously, if it's your first time doing this, you may not need to use weight. Well, you probably won't be able to, because your lower back may be quite weak, or not ready for weight yet. So what you can do is just do some body weight reps, guys. Simple high reps, the same way that you would do push-ups if you didn't have weights, or pull-ups. You just do it for high reps. Now you can also add in isos as well if you're not quite strong enough to do the movement altogether. You just do some isos. It's really going to target that lower back the QL, the psoas, all the things in that region, really going to help to strengthen it, guys. And I can't put enough emphasis on making sure that this part of your body is as strong as any other part. I'm going to make sure that we are using progressive overload once a weight becomes too easy, or we start to get stronger in the movement pattern. So for example, let's say we were able to do 10 reps with the 10 kg plate. What we would now do is go up. So we'd go up to a potentially a 20 kg or a 15 kg plate, and we literally perform the same movement. However, we're not sacrificing the form or the range of motion to do more weight. Now, as you saw, even with heavier weight, still literally the same movement pattern, guys. Now, if you don't have a weight plate like me, maybe you'll have to do a barbell over the back of your head, or maybe a dumbbell, depending on how much ground space or ground clearance that you have. So this is a movement that is going to boost athletic performance as well. People don't understand that strengthening this posterior chain is directly correlated to being stronger, faster, more powerful. So athletes out there, and this was introduced to me first when I used to play football, and we were in the gym training. I used to think, what is the importance of this exercise? What's the benefit? And it's not an exercise that you really think about developing and improving on. But now I've gotten older, I understand the body a little bit better. I understand the importance of performing the back extension. So do not skip out on it at all. And the final takeaways of performing the lower back extension, it's going to improve your posture. So if you're someone who's sitting down all day at a computer or a laptop and you start to get hunched over and whatever, strengthening that spine, lengthening it and contracting it is going to improve your posture. It's also going to improve your core control. And again, like I said, in many different exercises, if you're someone who suffers from lower back pain, you're getting older in age and things of that nature, then obviously you need to perform in this movement as well. We must make sure the lower back stays healthy so we can live a good quality of life. A lot of people complain about it, don't know how to fix it, thinks there's something wrong with them. However, it's just a lack of strengthening. The same way any other muscle, if you don't use it, you lose it. It's the same with the lower back. So make sure you're strengthening it, because again, it is going to transfer over into other exercises. You are going to become more powerful in movements that require you to move a lot of load, things like deadlifts, squats, shoulder press, all those sort of movements, even in calisthenics as well. If you're doing things like front levers or something that requires you to maintain your core in a fixed position, the lower back comes into play, guys. So do the lower back extensions, don't skip out on them. And if you do try them, let me know in the comment and see how your back feels afterwards. You are going to feel a different kind of pump in your lower back once you do a couple reps or set, because you're probably not used to it, but it's nothing to worry about. It's all going to work out at the end of the day. So I hope you enjoy watching. Make sure you like, you comment, you subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. I'm out. Peace.